To the Philippines now, where thousands marched through the capital Manila on Sunday to protest alleged government corruption. Demonstrators clashed with security forces during the biggest mass rally in recent years. Campaigners accuse lawmakers and officials of pocketing large sums in awarding contracts for bogus flood control projects. Taxpayers are said to have lost billions of dollars. DW's Anna Santos is covering the story for us and joins me now from Manila. Anna, Sunday saw some huge demonstrations. What are protesters planning now?
Yesterday's protest was really massive in terms of the show of people and the show of force. And it was very clear about the public sentiment. You know what oppositionists said, that people are at their boiling point. So we can see now that they're going to continue to clamor for accountability, especially now that as we speak, there is a super typhoon that is approaching the Philippines. The Philippines is among the most climate-prone countries in the world, and it experiences an average of around 20 typhoons in a year. This one coming now looks like it's going to be a strong one. And unfortunately, these are the kinds of typhoons that also bring strong floods. This will now bring the issue again to the public mindset and will cause them to be more angry and will continue to have them call for more accountability, for sure.
What's the government doing to address the situation?
Well, right now they've been filing cases against the public officials and all the other people that are complicit in this massive corruption scandal. But I think really what's going to happen is people are going to be watching much more vigilantly. There have been Senate hearings that have been live streamed, and sure, they're going to be watching that, but they're going to be watching it until the end to make sure that people are held accountable and that there is change. Now, again, I have to bring it back to this typhoon that's coming. Government will have to act really fast in terms of what they're going to offer now in terms of relief, and to make sure that this doesn't cause even more anger when people are affected by this upcoming typhoon.
Just a moment ago, you said that people are at their boiling point. Talk to us a little bit more about the temperature of all this. How far are the protesters willing to go to achieve their demands?
Well, the protests were mostly peaceful. In some parts, there were clashes with the police in certain parts of the capital where the protests were happening. But look at how wide the protests ran for. This was a nationwide protest. We saw these happening not just in the capital of Manila, but in several other parts of the country. Now, we see also that this was led by a Gen Z movement who have been keeping watch over the trials for the corruption scandals. And they have also been using memes and putting soundtracks of songs of opposition to these memes. And when I think you see that culture is mixing with political, we can see how and where this issue sits in people's mindset and also in their emotional state. I think there's going to be vigilance for sure, but also people in the Philippines, Gen Z is watching what happened in Nepal, what happened in Indonesia. They are going to take inspiration from that. And they're also, similar pattern, I might say, between those protests was they're calling out behavior that was flaunting corruption. They've been calling out lavish lifestyles. They've been calling out Nepo babies. So I think one immediate thing that's also going to happen is a change in how we perceive wealth and how it has just become vulgar when you get this kind of wealth from questionable means, such as these public officials did.
Our thanks, of course, to Anna Santos. And just one small correction, Anna is here in Berlin, but has covered the Philippines extensively. Again, many, many thanks to Anna.
Thank you.